Halloween is a fun night, of course, but it has plenty of hidden dangers.
Kids darting into the street, dark neighborhoods, and adult parties that can get out of hand. Attorney Clair Campbell with Campbell & Associates joins us to ensure that we have a safe Halloween.
Hello, Claire.
Hi,
Hello,
Claire.
Paul, Colleen.
Hi. Good to see you. Okay, Halloween night. We know it's a fun night, as we mentioned. We also know that things can go wrong. What is the best way to help keep kids safe while they're out and trick-or-treating?
Well, I have my cauldron here. Halloween is a big thing at my house, and it's, you know, the more fun, the better, but you got to be safe. And so a couple things that we have always had as a rule are glow sticks. And flashlights are good, but the older kids get, the less interested they are in having a parent with them. They want to have a buddy and absolutely insist on that. But this is something that's very useful. They can wear it on their costumes or on their wrists, or what's cool, they can even stick it in their little orange pumpkins, or as they get older, those pumpkins don't carry a lot. So what do? You want to take a pillowcase.
Right.
And so these will go down in the bottom of the pillowcase, and so these kids can be visible. So visibility is huge. So parents, you know, that's something that's important. Again, always have a buddy with you. The little kids, you know, they're going to be safe with the parent watching over them, but occasionally, as some neighborhoods do, the dads are drinking a beer, watching the kids, talking on the block, and kids are 4 houses down. So you got to be careful about that too.
Yes. And every neighborhood different, and with the lights certainly helps, but not all are well lit.
No. And this helps, of course, even on a dark street. But the key thing is, if you're driving on Halloween, there are Halloween parties. A lot of them were Saturday night, so that's good, because we're in the middle of the week. We're not going to see as many drunk drivers through these neighborhoods coming home. But still, even if you're coming home from work, you're not really thinking, you're on your cell phone. You're going to have kids about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it's getting dark earlier. Yes. And some kids trick-or-treat pretty early. Some are going to go till around 8 o'clock. Just be careful, because even 25 miles an hour, which is the standard speed limit in the neighborhoods, it's going to be too fast. If you've got a kid that's excited and not really paying attention, they're going to be running across the street, just like after a ball, you know, during the summer. At least you have daylight and time to stop. You're not going to have any time to stop. They may be in dark clothing, and you're just not going to be able to see them. So extra caution will prevent a tragedy.
It makes me crazy. I will lose my mind at drivers who I think are driving too fast through the neighborhood.
Right.
It makes me crazy.
Darting children are expected, and it's foreseeable. Yeah, foreseeable. So even though you may, you know, have a defense, oh, I was driving the speed limit, because you have this extra ingredient of knowing that children are going to be out, you're going to potentially be liable. One other little issue too, and this is, I just brought this for fun. Yeah.
All right, Claire.
It's a weapon.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I thought the signal was going fine.
Yeah, my daughter was carving had this out to carve the pumpkin, and there are going to be Halloween carving parties. So even as adults, if you're at a neighbor's house or at a friend's house, granted, you know, what you use is your own business. But at the same time, if you do get hurt and you're on somebody else's property and they have medical payments coverage, they're not going to be liable for anything. You can't sue them, but their homeowner's coverage may have a little tiny policy called MedPay. This is safer, but you know, it still can hurt. So these are types of coverage that may be available in the event that you do have an injury on Halloween. Drinking and driving, though, if you cause a wreck, your car insurance is going to be at risk, particularly running over a little kid.
Or even ask them when you ring the bell beside the candy, what kind of coverage do you have?
Exactly.
What about...
Or like my daughter, you got insurance? Throw it in there.
With older kids, and I think this goes both ways, what should they expect, the teens, and also if they're knocking on your door? Sometimes it's unnerving a little bit to have an older kid, all of a sudden you open the door and there's somebody that's 18
It's kind of scary, I agree, and potentially for older people, and there are a lot of folks, even, you know, we've been on little mission trips, and the kids are knocking on the door, even in the daylight. They don't like older kids knocking on the door without an appointment. There's a question mark about when the teenage trick-or-treating should stop. I mean, even my daughter getting into middle school, she still wants the candy, but she's getting taller and bigger, and these big packs of kids. Potentially, you know, older person opening the door wants to get involved with trick-or-treat to see the little bumblebee costumes, not necessarily sexy bumblebee costumes, but anyway, it's fun. And yet, older people, I would recommend, if there's a gang of kids you don't know and they're not, don't go to the door.
Yeah,
Turn your light out after all the normal kids that you're expecting. A lot of kids are going to different neighborhoods to trick-or-treat via car now, so you've got folks coming in that may not belong in your neighborhood. They want to do that for safety, sure. They want to trick-or-treat in a safe neighborhood, but again, you got strangers coming to your house. If you're not comfortable, turn your light out, candy's over,
That's right.
Go to sleep, forget about it.
That's right.
Yep.
Claire Campbell, great to see you, great advice. Thank you. Campbell & Associates has offices in Charlotte, Gastonia, Hickory, and Rock Hill. They offer free consultations, and today and tomorrow, free glow sticks.
Absolutely.
Free glow sticks if you stop by any office to get a glow stick to help keep your kids safe. You can do so. You can contact Campbell & Associates, 704-333-0885. Again, 704-333-0885, or visit injuryhelp.org, injuryhelp.org. Thank you, Claire.
Great. Happy Halloween Eve.
Happy Halloween Eve.